We welcome you back to Brooklyn. A happy recap as St. Francis wins in 3 sets. I'm joined by Gabriella Nebrega and Ali Spiewijk, the winners in straight sets against NJIT. We'll go with the senior first because I guess that's just how it goes, right? Gabby, there's been a lot of emphasis on the chemistry of this team and just it all breaking together. But I've got to ask you, when you actually see the W's, how much confidence does it instill in this group?
It brings a lot of confidence for sure. In the beginning of this match, I know we started a little shaky, and then as soon as we found our ground and we say, this is our gym, this is where we practice, this is our house, you know, we just killed it after that.
What do you think it was that got you guys over the edge?
You know, every day is a new, it's a new thing for this group. You never know what's going to happen. But if we stick together, that's our biggest advantage.
And how about the job of Ali over here?
Ali is one of my go-to attackers. If I'm in trouble, I go for her, you know. She's doing a great job, and she's improved so much from last year. She was already a great hitter, and she's just growing more and more and more.
All right, now let's switch it over to Ali. A lot of praise for you. So how about the job of Gabby today?
Gabby knows just how I like my sets. She makes them fast because I like to run it fast before the block is up. And I go, Gabby, set it fast, and she already knows, and she knows me well.
How much easier has year 2 been for you? I know it's really early now, but just knowing that this isn't a new team for you anymore, not a new location, knowing what you're going to get, so now you can just focus straight on volleyball.
Yeah, it's a lot nicer and easier for us to play that way because we scout these teams. It's our gym. When there's sweat on the floor, we know how to play through that because we do every day at practice. So it's just a lot easier being confident and calm and collected.
How do you guys snowball this into an early match tomorrow against Cal State Fullerton?
We just come in with a good sleep and we scout and we make sure that we know what to expect from our opponent, I would say, and just know that we can do it if we just stay under control and do what we know how to do best.
All right, well, those are our players of the game. Gabby, thank you so much. Ali, thank you so much. We'll bring in head coach Aber Rummel right now. High fives all around, a happy recap. A lot of smiles, Coach Rummel, out of your team, and I asked both of your players how, I know that you preach chemistry to your team and how, you know, they're getting it together, but just seeing the W's has to kind of reaffirm that hard work early on at least.
Definitely. You know, anytime you're rebuilding a program and you're talking about getting better, if you're not winning, it's really hard to get that confidence in yourself and in your ability to score that point when it matters the most. So a win is always nice.
It seemed as if you guys were, you know, tit for tat early on and then your team just gets over the hump. What do you think it was that just got them over that hump?
I think they're just a little too amped up for the home opener. You know, I talked to them at the end of the match about how pressure is an internal factor. You know, that pressure is something they create for themselves. It's not like there's pressure floating around in this gym that all of a sudden attacks them right before the match. It's something that they put on themselves, and I think you saw that in the beginning of set 1.
Now, obviously a good job out of Ali, out of Gabby. I'm sure there's a lot of superlatives around. But how about the libero play of Kizzy Rodriguez? Because it just seemed as if her range was all over and keeping a lot of volleys alive.
Definitely. She's a really great libero. She's athletic with good ball control and good skills. And as long as she's on and focused, then she's going to do some really good stuff for us.
What's the one point of emphasis you're going to tell your team for tomorrow's match against Cal State Fullerton?
Exactly what I said at the end of this match, that the pressure is something they create for themselves, and they have to find a way to start out as collected as they did in that 3rd set.
All right, that's head coach Aber Rummel. Abra, thank you for the time. We'll step aside when we come back. We'll have some closing thoughts on the Terrier Sports Network, powered by NEC Front Row.